Hi, Napple.
How
are you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
You're doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
We're recording at your house again.
We are.
Yay.
Hello.
It's pretty nice in here.
It's my boat.
I like seeing all your things.
It's not nice.
So, anyways, welcome to our podcast. This is Napples and Bananas. My name is Luca the Otter. Luca the Otter. Wow, fuck that up. Luca the Otter, otherwise known as King of Yellow on TikTok.
Whoops. I am Napple Apple, also known as Napple Fusa on Tiki Tucky.
And today's topic is going to be about making your Fursona. So, do you have a character? Do you want a character? Do you want a new character? Do you want to be like Napple and have too many characters?
I have so many characters.
We're going to talk about how people make them, or how people come up with their ideas and designs and all that stuff. Do you have anything you want to say about the topic today before we get started?
Imagination.
So I have a question for you to answer.
Gasp.
How did you come up with your character?
So, for everybody who doesn't know, Napple is not originally mine.
Yeah.
So I didn't come up with him. My original character, Adeline, I came up with her because before her I had a squirrel Sona. Before that I had a sheep Sona.
I didn't know about the sheep.
You didn't know about the sheep?
Nope. Because you don't tell me things. You don't like me.
I don't tell you things. And I don't like you. No, I'm joking.
I know.
No, I'm joking. But, yeah, I had a sheep Sona, and then I was like, meh. So then I made my squirrel Sona, because I really like squirrels, but my favorite animal is a giraffe. So I was like, I guess I'll just make a new character. And then I was like, but I like giraffes and squirrels. Smoosh them together. And now I've got a squirrel. And that's what Adeline is a giraffe-squirrel hybrid.
I am an otter. I have been an otter since 2012.
I was going to say, you've been an otter forever.
Since 2012. I was 13. So let's see. I am 26 now. 13 years ago would have been 2011.
Jeez.
So I've been an otter since 2011. So 13 years ago. Jesus. As of this year, when I turn 27, I will have been a furry for more than half my life. That's so fucking funny. So wow. Anyways, got off topic there. Yeah, I've been a furry since 2011, and I've been an otter since 2011. And the only reason that I am an otter is because of my friends in high school. I asked them, this would have been before high school. This would have been when I was just about to enter high school. I asked them if I, like what animal they saw me as. And they all said something like a weasel or like a ferret.
Yeah.
No, but they were like, what about an otter? And I was like, oh.
Otter.
I like that one.
Rudder butt.
So then I made that my entire personality for my entire...
existence?
My entire freshman year. It's like 8th grade and freshman year I was an otter. And that's who I was. And you had to call me by that. No, I'm just kidding. I needed the litter box in the high school. And I needed so I could go pee-weenie. Now, but yeah, so I've been an otter for.
I think technically my
forever.
very first Fursona was it's still a squirrel, but me and my sister used to RP. We used to role play with stupid stuff, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I was a squirrel demon that could turn into a little squirrel. That was probably my first Fursona.
Whoa, I didn't know
and
about
then
that.
my sister, she's not a furry, but she used to draw a lot of like furry stuff, and she pretty much has a Sona, and her name's Star, and she's a little raccoon.
That's cute.
Yeah.
What color?
Brown.
Oh, just
Normal.
a brown raccoon?
Yeah, she's just a little brown raccoon, and her name's Star because she has a little star eye patch.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
How many characters do you have, Napple?
I don't know.
Can you name them all?
No, absolutely not. Because I have too many. Um,
I can name every single
uh,
character of mine.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
I have Luca, which is my otter. I'm gonna try to anyway.
I
So I have Luca, my otter. I have Desmond, my deer. I have Punctuation Dragon. I have Corin, the iguana. I have Baylor.
Are we talking about like OCs?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I
feel like
have.
this is characters that you've made, not characters you've bought.
Okay, because that's.
That's most of
I've
them.
still also made a lot. Okay.
I have Baylor, who's my bison.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Caden, who is my eyelash gecko.
You have a gecko?
Yeah, an eyelash crested gecko.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
His name's Caden.
Let's see. I've got.
These are just characters I've made. I've used them in like D&D and stuff.
Yeah. Adeline, obviously. I've got Ophelia, my Cocker Spaniel Red Panda mix. Are we talking about all the ones I made or ones that I use more often?
I feel like you could just use the ones that you've used more often.
Okay, and then
Because if we go through every single one,
we'll be here forever.
Yeah. We will actually not have to talk about this topic.
Pips. Pips is my Black Rosie Finch. What else is there? Cream, who is my...
Oh, I also have Jackson the donkey.
Yeah. I've Cream, my Hunter and White Bat. Thrush, which is my cob horse.
Cob horse?
An Irish cob.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Gypsy horse. Also known as an Irish cob. These ones I haven't used in a really long time. Charles, my moose. I haven't drawn him in a very long time.
I didn't know you had a moose.
I do. His name's Charles. He's blue and pink.
Charles the moose. I didn't know you had a moose. Yeah, his name's Charles. Oh, okay.
That is him. And then
that's good information.
Barlow, my kangaroo rabbit cannibal.
Oh. That took a turn.
I mean, I have... and these aren't even all of them. If we're talking about ones that I don't use, like, all the time, like, oh, this is my main... Probably upwards to, like, 50.
Okay.
I have a lot of caricatures.
I have, like, 10.
Dylan has, I think, like, 4.
But, I mean, like I said, a lot of the characters that I have are used in D&D and stuff. Or, like, stories that I've written.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're characters that I use, and, like, they definitely have a piece of me thrown into that character.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine are... a lot of the characters that I own are just, wow, this character is cute. Yoink. And then I'll maybe draw them, like, once or twice, and then they kind of just...
disappear.
Fall into oblivion.
Go into the backlog.
They fall into the back rooms.
So, going into the topic today, I have a list of things, and if you want to add to it, you are more than welcome to. Okay. First thing that goes into making your Fursona, I put inspiration.
Yeah.
So you go into, like, you know, you find this character or somebody else's character, you get inspired by that to make the species, or you're inspired by just, it's your favorite animal, you know.
Yeah, your favorite animal, it's your favorite. A lot of people do it off songs too, like your favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, like pictures of like nature.
Yeah. Another thing too is, like, a lot of people made imp characters after Hell of a Boss came out.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you've got the inspiration just from your favorite show, music.
Yeah.
People.
Popular media.
Yeah. Other people.
Of our people.
Or just species. Species is just a good way of just coming up with the character. Because, like, I'm more than certain, no offense, you would never have made your Borzoi had that TikTok song come out.
I never would have made my Borzoi if it wasn't, didn't I do it for you?
Like, that would have never happened.
It never would have happened.
Never would have came around.
Nope.
So, like, the species, like, and the thing is, yeah, it's the song that really, like, brought the inspiration.
Yeah.
But it's the animal that was used for that song.
Yeah.
Was the Borzoi dog. Mm-hmm. So, species for making your Fursona, I put. There's also locked species.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Closed.
know
Closed
of
species.
any of them right now. Because Dutch angel dragons used to be a locked species.
I think so, yeah. Sergals
Used to
could
be.
have been.
I think they used to be.
I thought the guy was like, I made this awesome thing, everybody really likes it, I'm not going to have it be closed.
Oh, probably.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went originally.
Because they're just shark dogs.
They're just shark dogs. Rawr. I like Sergals, though. Shout out to Charcoal.
Charcoal circle, we love you. Who else? I know there's more. There's this one character. In a closed or locked species is pretty much just a character design or an animal design that was designed specifically to look a certain way, and then people said no using this species or something. So, for example,
Fluffy shrimp.
fluffy shrimp.
Fluffy shrimp
Hold up, you
are
gotta
a
show me.
closed species.
You gotta show me this. I do not know what a fluffy shrimp looks like.
Fluffy shrimp.
What the heck?
Another really popular one that's
Dude,
closed
shrimps is bugs.
are cats. The cats with the big mouths that have no eyes, and it's C cats.
Nope.
Really?
Like I said, I don't know of any closed or locked species besides Dutch angel dragons used to be. Mm-hmm. We're looking this up because I don't know nothing.
There's like that, and then there's like that. There's just like weird cat things.
Oh, never seen that.
What
I'm glad that I put that in here because I'm glad you have information on it.
Yeah, closed species were definitely were and are a big thing, especially on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
DeviantArt was like the place to go to have closed species.
And the thing is a lot of people, like, I don't know about you. I personally don't think, like, I feel like it'd be an honor if I made a character or something and someone was like, that's cool, I'm going to make one too.
Well, like when I very
cool and honor,
first started posting Adeline, people are like, what is she? I'm like, she's a giraffe squirrel. They're like, is she like a closed species or something? I was like, no, she's a squirrel giraffe. They're like, can I make one? I was like, yeah, sure.
Duh.
Or the really popular one, the bear owls. That's a closed. They tried to make
owl bears.
Yeah, the
from,
owl bears.
D&D.
No, they were really popular on DA too. A lot of people probably know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. So I hope
owl
other
bear.
people do, because I'm lost. I think I live under a rock.
Yeah, kind of.
What? Napple? You live on the side of a rock. I don't know.
do. But it's literally a bear owl. And the person who made them originally, their art is so cute. I think they originally tried to make it a closed species. And it's like, you can't. It has no remarkable traits. It's just a bear and an owl smooshed together. Can't seem to find any.
Like this?
Like the original one. Maybe not that ugly. Yeah, pretty much like that.
There's an owl bear.
Yeah, owl bear. Bear owl.
They're from D&D.
That's funny. Well, the person who draws them makes them look really cute.
I'll just put owl bear DeviantArt.
Yeah, but that one tried to be a close species. There was a big thing on TikTok where people were just like, fuck your close species. Here's a bunch of close species that you can steal from.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I know about owl bears, but that's just because, like I said, because of D&D.
Yeah.
So,
I had a close species.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. It never manifested outside of my sketchbook, but they're called drolls. They're dragon bowls.
Oh.
They're little rice bowls with dragon heads and arms and legs. And you give them a little wafer, and they unlock, and you open them up, and they're full of food. Because I wanted to jump in on the close species thing and be like, heh heh heh. And it never happened.
Locked species bun bats.
Bun bats.
Just a bunny and a bat. I don't understand the whole locked species thing. Like for example, Dutch angel dragons. Like that's I guess it's not my like. I'm a fucking otter, dude.
I'm just an otter.
I'm just an otter. I don't have anything special about me. I'm yellow. Like wow.
I'm a lilo.
Lello otter. Let's see. I have other things in the species category. Your body type. Your body type can play a huge part in the character you design. I know people that are gay bears, as in like bigger gentlemen who are part of the gay community. They identify as bears, and then they make bear characters.
Yeah.
Like
my character is not. She is pretty much me, but not like body wise. She's skinny, and I'm not.
I used to be like the same body type as my character.
But both of us got
a little chunky.
Both of us got chunky.
A little bit more chunky than my character now.
That's fine.
But I mean, once I start working out again after I
you get a lot of people who are men who have female OCs.
Yeah.
Not because they're trans or anything. They're just like,
well, like
here's my girl. It's like, whoa.
What's her name? Who's the tiger? The first.
On TikTok.
On TikTok.
And she got little boobies and she's all cute, and then she takes it off and it's like, bearded man.
What is up, my boys?
Oh, all my fellas.
All my fellows.
I'm friends with them on TikTok. I just can't think of
males.
My males.
No, they're super cool.
Yeah,
I like them. But yeah, they do have a boobied tiger character.
I'm also gender fluid, so I guess it doesn't work very well. But I mean, I present female outside of suit, but Napple's male.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I mean, it kind of helps with being in, like, the androgynous sort of thing for you.
Androgyny bitches.
Because, like, I mean, if you didn't have big honkin' bazoombas,
I know.
People would be like,
darn me and my bazoombas.
Are you a guy?
Are you a dude?
Do you have a pingus?
Do you have
a pagagina? Another thing about species is the relatability.
What?
Relatability. The ability to relate.
Oh.
As defined by relatability. For example, like my otter, like I related to it because of my body. Like I related to it because of the slenderness when I first became like a furry, when I was first trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
people identify, or not identify, but like people will make a character based off of what's the word I'm thinking of? My brain ain't working. I guess that goes into a stereotype. Foxes. A lot of times people make foxes and then they're thrown into the category of hoe.
Thrown into the category of gay.
See, I'm trying to think of why I put this in here. Because, I mean, that's pretty much the same thing as body type. It's the relatability. I guess, like, sometimes people make, like, an otter because they like swimming, or...
People like making dogs because they're happy-go-lucky and they're a very happy-go-lucky person.
Yeah.
Cats because they're a little aloof and they might be aloof as a person.
And they like destroying things or knocking things off tables.
Or, like, Spiky, who's chaotic.
Yeah,
and likes coffee.
So yeah, I feel like the relatability of that goes into making your species.
I should do that at some point, make a video and be like, reassign me a Fursona. What do you guys see me as? I would love to see what people think I would be. Like, it could be a normal, it could be, mythical, like a kobold or whatever. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I feel like a deer.
Really?
A deer, yeah. It's just because, like, not because you're, like, skittish or anything, because deers are very skittish, but because, like, you're just kind of, like, ooh, nature, ooh, walking around. And then like some like you could just get like caught up in one specific thing, and I think of like a deer in headlights. Like you're just kind of like,
I'm just like, hey,
huh?
huh? What?
You didn't hear or see anything? No, I didn't.
Nope. Didn't see, didn't hear, nothing.
And it's not because like airhead or anything. You're just so focused on one thing.
Yay, ADHD. I used to have a deer. I was a poodoo deer. It's a little fanged deer, if I remember correctly. Because back when I dated deer, I wanted to be like, I'm also a deer. So I looked up like a bunch of cute little deer, and it's called a poodoo.
Who do you do what? Remind me of the poodoo.
Remind me of the poodoo. I lied. It doesn't have fangs. It's just
LOL, just kidding.
tiny.
We liars. Napple's a liar.
There's a fanged deer, but like it's tiny, and I mean tiny.
Could be a dick.
Tiny. Little poodoo. They're itty bitty.
Tiny babies.
I could have been a dick.
Yep, dick.
Could have been a dick.
One of the things Bunny said about species was location and living conditions.
Yeah.
He said that he knows a lot of people that grew up like in the country on a farm, and they are like a cow or a horse. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this,
Or,
like up here, I could easily have been like a bighorn sheep.
Yeah.
Or even a cougar. I'm a cougar in real life.
Leave those 18-year-olds alone, Neville. God.
No, I married one.
He's my age now, so
I
it's
mean,
fine.
yeah,
We're the same age. But like people that grew up with dogs all their life possibly are a dog,
Yeah.
or grew up with rats, like have a rat character.
Yeah.
So, Bunny, yeah, that was one of the things Bunny put in there was living conditions. Depends on where you grew up. Depends
Yeah.
on.
Well, people who like grow up in hot conditions, I feel like I've noticed like a lot of people in like Texas or Arizona, they're like, yeah, I have a lizard character
Yeah,
for the heat or whatever.
like it's rare to see like someone in Texas or Arizona or like New Mexico like, oh yeah, I'm a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
And if you are, let us know, please, in the comments down below.
The subscribe button.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, and don't forget to like ourselves. We can talk about using our podcast thing as HelloFresh. Yeah, no, we're not sponsored. But yeah, living conditions.
Yeah.
Because like, I grew up with dogs. I grew up with ferrets. Like, I fucking love ferrets. I love them so much. Had I never owned a ferret, I would never know what it's like to have ferrets around.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't have like my first Fursona wasn't a dog.
I have a ferret named Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally designed him for you.
I know.
He has a heart on his hip.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Oliver. My brain just pooped out.
I made that very specifically because
Fuck ass McBitch ass
fuck ass
butthole.
McBitch titty. Luca, for anybody who doesn't know, almost got rid of Luca.
Yeah, almost was not
I
that character
almost
anymore.
had Luca for me.
And it was because my ex painted me as
Was
this awful person.
Yeah.
So I ended up coming up with a new character, and the character was a ferret because I love ferrets. They're little farts.
They are little farts. I love them.
They have to clean them very, very regularly.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
'cause they're stinky.
they stink. They ranky stink.
Ranky stanky.
You know, like me, you got to shower at least once a day. Well, I guess off of species, and then like this is ideas for you guys to use in the case you want to, like I said, make a character or make a new character, make more characters. You know, so that's based off of species. If you're going off of colors, it really makes sense more for a fursuit or your favorite colors.
Yeah.
So, my character, do you know how I got yellow?
I don't think I do.
You don't know how I got yellow for my character?
You might have told me and I might have forgotten.
So my character is an otter who is all yellow.
Yes.
Like head to toe, yellow, almost like solid one color. Now, originally I was brown. I was just a normal colored
I remember
otter.
that.
Yeah. So my character was a normal colored otter. Did not have any other designs at all. Just a
No,
normal
just brown otter.
Easy to tell what it was. When I turned 18, my dad told me that I could not dye my hair until I was 18, so I started dyeing my hair. Now, when I started doing that and I started bleaching, my dad was like, "Oh, you're going to ruin your hair. Your hair's ruined. It's now forever dusty and brown and ruined." And I was like, what if I made it so that my character had ruined his fur from dyeing it? So he, like, his fur is now just like kind of like that dusty blonde because he just ruined it. Like, it just grows in that way now because it's ruined. And then and the funny thing is I was originally supposed to be just dusty blonde.
Yeah.
That was my character's colors. I go and commission more for less. And they're like, well, we can order it. Or we have yellow. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Now I'm yellow.
What?
And so it's because they didn't have a dusty blonde that I'm a yellow otter.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't really necessarily come up with the color, but now it's my entire personality and I have no other reasons for living.
Except for Lilo.
I have yellow Red Bulls every day.
Adeline is actually based off a picture. Her color scheme
I didn't know this.
is based off a galaxy.
Really?
I'm not sure which one. I can't remember. But I just looked up galaxy pictures and there was a really pretty... Because when I very first made her, she was actually...
A space giraffe.
No, she was actually dark blue.
Oh,
Instead
really?
of the light blue that she is now, she was actually dark blue with like light blue little highlights. And then she's got her pink and purple spots. And then that's the point of the swirl.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, galaxy. But back at the time, I couldn't make things digitally.
Uh-huh.
And so when I commissioned work, I was like, here's a picture taken of a traditional colored pencil colored piece. And of course the lighting's ass.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to color pick. And when they color picked, it always ended up being really light blue instead of the dark blue. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, that's annoying.
Darker.
Yeah, darker.
Make it darker.
But then it ended up actually being really nice as a light blue. And I was like, I guess I'll keep that.
So we didn't even come up with our characters. They were just given to us
Yeah, pretty
by
much.
other people.
Pretty
Hey,
much.
here's the idea. What do you think? Yellow otter. Light blue giraffe squirrel.
Pretty much.
At least it wasn't a light blue dog. Like they were like, blue dog. That's you.
That's what everybody, I don't know what it is with the furry fandom, but people really like, blue is just like, I bet it's like the number one most liked color in the world.
I think the reason
And dogs
is
are just easy.
we grew up with a blue dog named Blue.
Yeah, blue. And now we've got Bluey.
Yeah, now we've got Bluey, who's a blue healer. I feel like that's probably the reason. Thanks, Disney Junior
Thanks,
and
Disney
Nickelodeon.
Junior.
And Australians making Bluey. I feel like that has to be the reason. There's really no other reason why it would be blue. But yeah, everybody makes a blue dog.
Yeah.
You know?
What is the number one favorite color in the world? Blue.
Yeah, there you go. There's so many blue fursuits and blue characters. And
Blue is the most loved color by humans, being preferred by more than 35% of the world's population.
35?
35.
35%.
Which basically means that every 4 people in a group of 10 favor blue. That's funny.
Lello.
Mine's purple.
Lelloid.
Lelloid.
Actually, it's funny because my favorite shade of yellow is actually not yellow. It's actually a shade of orange.
Dylan's is orange.
Yeah, Dylan's is like neon.
I always used to say it was red.
Dylan's?
No, mine.
Oh.
Mine used to be red when I was younger.
Mine was orange when I was younger. And
And
now
then
I
it went
like
to
a
purple.
shade of orange.
I still like purple. Maybe it's because I repressed it as a kid, being like, I'm a tomboy, screw pink. I love pink now. I love pink so much. But yeah, purple. Purple and pink.
Purple.
Purple. I also just like pastels really bad, so.
Yeah, well, that's Ophelia, right?
Ophelia is nothing but, yeah, pastel.
Pastel. Yeah, most of my characters are just normal colored. And then there's Luca, who is Yellow.
Lolo.
Like bright ass yellow.
Lolos.
Other things, markings.
Yeah.
Putting markings on your character. Some people, for example, Napple's suit. Is that a Kingdom Hearts thing on the front?
Yes.
It is Kingdom Hearts.
I'm guessing when I bought the suit originally, he never actually gave me like background. But when people started asking, it's like, that's Kingdom Hearts, isn't it? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm pretty damn sure it is.
Yeah, so like your character Napple, not your
nipple.
design. Yeah, not your designed character, but one that you got from somebody else was designed with what we think is a Kingdom Hearts thing on its chest or stomach.
It's like both, but I mean it starts up here because it's the heart, and then it goes down onto his stomach.
Okay, yeah, like right on the chest bone.
Yeah.
And then you have hearts in your eyes and hearts on your cheek.
Yeah.
My character has a birthmark.
His little birthmark, where your birthmark is.
Yeah, my actual birthmark on my body. And everybody thinks, oh, you spilt something on your fursuit. I'm like,
yeah.
Nope, it's just a darker patch. It's where my birthmark is.
Adeline has a heart right on her butt.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of my designs that I have made personally have had a heart placed in them somewhere.
Oliver has a heart.
He does. I very specifically told Luca, I was like, do you want any like markings or anything? And he was like, no. And I was like, too bad.
That sucks for you.
That sucks for you. And he's got a little teeny tiny heart on his hip.
Yeah. Also, sorry if I sound like ass. I'm still at this moment getting over being sick.
At this very moment.
I've been sick for so long. But yeah, so a lot of people will do markings on their suit, like scars or birthmarks.
Like
yeah.
Fofo's got a scar, his blind eye.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nalu will show like...
Yeah, Nalu, she's like almost 100% blind in that other eye. I can't remember, but her character has a blind eye because she is blind in that one eye.
Yeah. Which I guess also goes into personality.
Yeah.
Or I guess not personality, but like your traits, like as a person. I don't know if you put any of your traits in Adeline. Because like whenever people say, "Oh, well, is like Luca your character?" I'm like, "Yeah, but Luca's like me. Like
Adeline is me.
Yeah.
Maybe
like,
minus body, but yeah, Adeline is book obsessed. She's ADHD.
If Luca was exactly like me in real life, he'd have depression and anxiety, and he would have just stopped smoking and just getting over being sick. Like it's me as a character. And that's where my inspiration came from for that character.
Yeah.
But yeah, like markings, a lot of people use markings.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is for people who are new and making a character, if you ever want to make a fursuit, don't
it's funny. So that's my second thing down on markings is dash fursuits.
Yeah.
The problem with putting markings on your suit, expect the price to hike up very high.
Especially spots,
stripes,
and rosettes.
Yeah.
Because if you have a lot of spots, that's obviously one, way more work.
A lot of cutting out circles, and
it makes the suit weaker.
Yep.
It's not like like Luca's. His is just a massive roll of a singular piece of fabric, which is strong.
Pretty much.
But then you start cutting holes and re-sewing stuff in. Napple's, like the bottom of his legs, it's because it's 4:00. Sorry, my dog is over here going because it's time for her to eat. I'll go feed her in a second. Napple's little spots on his legs, because he has so many of them, they bust constantly, and I always have to re-sew them because it's not a stable piece of fabric.
I am surprised that I've only had one tear in my fursuit since I've owned it.
I've had so many.
I've only had one, and I still haven't fixed it. But it's just like a very small like stitch went.
That's right, yeah.
It's right on my crotch. Don't look.
Oh, I'm looking.
Don't look. Don't be weird. Don't get weird about it.
I'm gonna be weird.
Don't get
stick
all
my finger
gross.
right in
there. Stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Tim,
big nipples. He's a bird because he's got big nipples. No, what is the stereotype with Tim?
Because he's a fox.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I bumped the mic.
Because he's a fox.
Oh yeah.
So everybody thinks he's gay. Because a lot of people who are gay, somehow, some way,
made foxes
made
bottoms.
foxes bottoms. So he doesn't really use Fane as much as he used to. He's now mostly Blink. But his original character, Fane the Fox, everybody's like, oh, you're gay. And he's like, no, I'm straight. And everybody gives him this incredulous look like,
no, you're not. That's
like,
so funny.
Sure, buddy.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Tim's nipples.
No. And he should have been a cow.
He should have been
Even though that's female, but
Udders. Just kidding. I need milk for my cereal. Sorry, I'm gonna stop.
Wow.
Stereotypes. It's funny. I put foxes and sex.
Told you.
Because like the thing about it is, if you make a fox, expect people to, one, if you're not gay, call you gay. Two, if you're not a bottom, expect them to call you a bottom. Mm-hmm. That's just foxes in general. As well as dogs. Dogs are very excitable. Walkies, balls. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Squeaky toys. That's one thing too.
Horses. Cowboy. Bridles. The little saddles.
Yeah, the bridle.
You know.
I see the bridles more than I see like cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Otters and fish. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you'll see otters with like a fish toy.
Yeah, usually.
Or swimming, like especially in art, they're usually swimming.
Oh yeah, always.
Deer and headlights.
Yep.
I actually see a lot of hunters that make like deer characters.
Yeah. Oh my god, she's so noisy. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm sorry, so off track. When she was in the pound, she never ate. Never. The second she was out, she just inhaled. She's one of those dogs that will probably eat until she vomits, and then she'd probably eat the vomit. That's
Ew.
Penny. Yeah.
That's a dog for you. So
Well,
another
and it's
stereotype.
Also, her original owner passed away, and we're pretty sure that she didn't eat him. We're not 100% sure, but we're pretty sure. But when they found her, she was like literally skin and bone on death's door because he died. So that's also why she likes to inhale food, because she probably thinks, dang, if I don't eat this now,
who knows when I'll get food next?
Yeah.
Sounds like my dog, except he gets food every day.
He's just fat.
And he's not even fat.
He's not. He's just
a butthole.
He just likes to eat.
Yeah, I know. You fucking bring home food and he's just sitting there right by your side like...
He does. He's like... So does Penny.
Out.
Penny's a beggar. Dylan sits with his leg crossed, and she comes and she squeezes her scrunkly little face in between his legs, and all he sees this between his legs, and she's like...
That's so cute. Other stereotypes, for example, colors can go into that. Like, my color is yellow. It's called the banana otter.
But we also call him Pissona.
Pissona, yeah. I get Pissona a lot.
I mean, Adeline, everybody's always like, cotton candy.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I have bought and I'm waiting for it to be sent a 4-foot-long banana inflatable thing that I carry around at cons.
Inflatable banana.
But, like, if you look at our art for the podcast, we're both holding a microphone.
Yeah.
I'm holding an apple.
Well, yeah, and
because of you.
Yeah, and I'm holding a banana because of you.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of went in with our characters because you're an apple. I'm Luca Otter, banana
Luca,
otter.
the banana otter. Yeah.
So stereotypes can go pretty hard into your character. So if you like being gay and sex, be a fox.
Yeah.
Any other? Oh, fursuit stereotypes. What did I mean by that?
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me think about this. Fursuit stereotypes. I have everything written down because I am bad at remembering things. And even writing it down, I can't remember what I meant. Fursuit stereotypes. Oh! We talked about this. We talked about this the last time we did our podcast when we talked about fursuits.
Like wild and how they're grumpy?
Yes.
Question mark?
No, like your
No.
fursuit maker. Fursuits by Lacey.
Oh, baby furs.
Baby fur
and then,
is what like
okay,
people
okay.
identify a fursuit by Lacey as like, oh, they're diaper fur, baby fur.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, your fursuit maker that you choose possibly has a stereotype along with it.
THC. Zoophile.
Yeah, don't get DHC stuff. We will banish you for life. There's more, I know that. And I cannot think about it. I do not have the mental capacity to deal with this right now. My brain is not working. I've had too much Red Bull. Another thing that goes into making your persona is coming up with a name.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I think is fun to do.
Yes.
Now, Baylor, my bison, do you know where Baylor comes from? Mm-mm. I was driving home and I saw a street name that said Baylor Court. So I named him Baylor because I didn't have a name and I was going to D&D literally that day and I was like, what's my bison's name? It's Baylor.
Baylor.
Yep. Jackson. I just liked coming up with the name Jackson for my donkey because he's a jackass.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so original.
I'm so original.
I mean, I could have named him Jack, but he's Jackson, Jaxon.
Yeah.
Luca. Do you know where Luca came from? Mm-mm. It was originally for a fan art that I was writing, or a fan of. Is it fan art?
Fanfic.
Fan fiction. Thank you. I was like, fan art doesn't sound right. No, it was a fan fiction I was writing. It was a Pokemon fan fiction. And it was because I needed a name for the Lucario. So what did I do as an 8th grader? I went, Lucario. Luca Rio. Get rid of the Rio, and now I've got Luca. Oh my god, it's like almost like a real name. And then I found out it's a real name in like Italy. It's very prominent in Italy. And I was like, cool. Slapped it on the fan fiction character. And then now it's my actual name for my character now.
That's funny. Adeline is...
I was just about to ask, how'd you come up with Adeline?
Adeline is a very old Victorian baby name.
That's it?
Nope, nothing crazy, nothing special. I made her. And I was like, this is perfect. Dang, I don't have any names. I looked up old Victorian baby names. That's what I did online. And I saw Adeline, and I was like, I like that. Sometimes names are really easy, and then sometimes names are
not.
I mean, I just found her name's Darnish.
You're Vaporeon?
Yeah.
Well, I have Dex Duat, Desmond Deer, Jackson Donkey, Baylor Bison. Most of them is just alliteration.
Yeah.
Baylor Bison, Dex Duat, Desmond Deer. Yeah.
Ophelia was originally back when she was still a full-fledged red panda. She was a graveyard-themed red panda. And so I named her Ophelia from Shakespeare's.
Oh.
Whatever it is, where she dies.
I don't know that. Yeah. I don't know who Ophelia is. I know your character, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just stayed with Ophelia, even though I've changed her completely from what she used to be.
Punctuation.
Yeah, Punctuation is his dragon.
Yeah, he's named Punctuation because it's my writing personality. Because I liked writing. I like writing stories, and that's also in part of the podcast that we recorded. I think it was 2 or 3 episodes ago. Mm-hmm. But I like writing stuff. So, that was in the media one, where we talked about stories that we write.
Yeah.
Yeah, punctuation's just because I like writing. So he's got a question mark in an eye. He's got an exclamation point in one of his eyes. His horns are quotation marks.
Yeah.
And then he's got like a hashtag on his nose, on the bridge of his nose. I say hashtag, it's a pound symbol for those of you that are older than Gen Z.
Yeah, got a character named Lala Cluck.
Cluck? Is that a chicken?
No.
Oh.
He's a A monster platypus.
Named Cluck?
His name's Cluck. I have a chicken character whose name is Fish.
That's your cat.
Yeah,
What
that
are you
is my
talking
cat.
about? Your cat's name is Fish.
Let's see. My fridge is making weird noises. Who else do I have? I don't know. Feifel and Holly. Those are my duck characters. What did I name this one? Jiminy. My weird little dude that I made.
Is he a cricket?
No, he's
Oh my god, you're so bad at naming things.
What is Jiminy? Jiminy is just a made up creature.
Creator?
Creator.
He's a made up creator.
He's a made up creator. He's just something. He's like pretty much almost like a skull dog, but he's not a dog.
Hey, Dad, can I call you back in like 10, 15 minutes?
Okay, love you.
All right, love you too. I'll call you back in like 15 minutes.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
bye.
LOL, that was my dad.
Hello, that was my father.
I guess I'll just move over passions. Your passions can go into making your character.
Yeah. I'm surprised, like I said, again, I'm surprised I didn't do a dog, especially when I was a groomer.
Oh, yeah.
Or like as a kid. Or like freaking I'm a Therian. I'm a barn owl and a coyote. I have neither one of those as a character. As a furry. You know?
What are my passions? Entrepreneurship. Just kidding. Making money. I don't have any passions. I'm boring.
I'm lame.
I do like swimming. I do like chilling in like water. So I guess that's where
Yeah.
my otter came from. But I don't fucking have any other passions.
Yeah, like mountain climbers. Be a goat.
People work out and they make like jacked characters or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Or like people do D&D and their characters like a wizard or a gladiator
Yeah.
or a paladin, you know. So their D&D like love and interest goes into their character, or like their passion is technology and steampunk, and their character now walks around in like a steampunk outfit.
Yeah, or they got robotic legs or
Yeah.
what have you. Yeah.
I feel like that could also go into well, hold on, let me look. Markings. Brain's not working. Yeah, markings like people that have like amputated limb or
Yeah,
something. Like their character usually has that same
Kind of thing, yeah.
But yeah, like people that work out will make like jacked characters.
Yeah.
People that have like a cat sometimes has like the Egyptian stuff with it. We also I know people that have like Anubis characters.
Yeah, a lot of Anubis characters. Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, the only other thing I wrote down was background. Making your character, you can have a background or you don't need one.
Some people have awesome, amazing lore and background story
Yeah.
to their characters, and I'm like, wow.
You
And they're
are
like,
amazing.
Yeah, and then they're like, what's yours? And I'm like,
Well, a squirrel one time boinked a giraffe somehow by
Yeah.
crawling inside. And all of a sudden later in life, the giraffe pooped out the squirrel giraffe baby and was like, I swear, like, you're the only man I've ever had sex with. And her husband was like, no, we're getting out of here. We're not doing this. So then the husband giraffe ended up getting a giraffe divorce. Sorry, I just decided to keep going.
Adeline does not have lore.
I just made lore. What are you talking about? Adeline now has an entire story arc that there was a giraffe divorce, now giraffe custody. and now Adeline possibly grew up in a giraffe household with a giraffe single mother.
Gosh dang it. No. Like, Adeline, it's
She
the
hates
time-
her giraffe stepdad. I'm just saying. He's
Freaky.
not a real dad.
But,
That's gonna go as the teaser for this episode. I'm just saying.
okay.
The giraffe divorce.
Giraffe divorce. No, but, yeah. Like, Adeline is me, so it's just like,
It's your background.
it's kind of like my background, I guess, which is very boring and normal.
Yeah. Well,
Like, some of my other characters have more lore because they're not me. And so I actually have to think of, like, okay, what do they do? Like, Ophelia is a ballet instructor for kids.
oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah, Adeline's just me.
That's how Luca is. Like, Luca is my background. Like, did everything, gone through everything that I've gone through.
Yeah.
The only thing is that my character, Corin, is technically, back in the day, like, my character's partner.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Ideal partner, I should say. But technically, if we're going to go back that far and use that background, Luca's dead. I mean, I guess I can just say that the brown Luca is dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he was a brown otter. No, he's not. My brain just stopped. Dude. What the heck in hex? Heck McGex.
Heckin' McGeckins.
Before I wrap up, what's another word for reiterate? Like go through and take all the information that we just talked about
Reiterate.
and put it into a couple sentences.
I don't know.
Synonyms for reiterate.
Here are some synonyms for reiterate, repeat, say again, restate, retell, recapitulate.
Recapitulate?
Recapitulate. I guess the word I'm looking for is repeat or retell.
Yeah.
So before I retell or repeat what we just said into a shorter few sentences, when you're making your fursona, I'm going to say one and then do you want to say one too?
What?
About making your fursona. Like, retell it into a shortened version. You don't want to?
I just do what you like. If you, I mean, be like me, you know? Oh, I've got too many that I like. You smush them together. Oh, I can't find anything I like. Make something up.
I mean, you can also just make more. You don't have to be
People-
stuck with one.
Yeah, somebody just joined a group of mine where their character is a cyborg wolf thing. And it's not even fur. It's a giant robot.
Hell yeah. Down for that.
It's whatever. Make what makes you happy.
So, for the topic today, making your fursona, I guess the best thing in a retelling sort of sense where I'm shortening everything, you have multiple things that can go into making your fursona or making your character. You have your inspiration, the inspiration that you use for coming up with a character or coming up with like the design. Even a background can come up with the inspiration.
Yeah.
From movies to television to music to just everyday life around you, you know.
Yeah.
Your species comes into play, whether it's your favorite animal, whether it's just something you were like, this just feels like me. Also could be your location, you know, where you grew up at. If you grew up in a city, if you grew up around a bunch of pigeons.
Pigeons.
They taste like not chicken. Your colors, be careful.
Yeah.
Because if you plan on getting a fursuit of your character, be careful. Same thing with your markings. Just be careful. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do art, I mean, Napple, you have Adeline that in art form probably will have more spots than actual Adeline.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Real life Adeline has so many spots. And I was
Yeah.
like, haha, she's going to have this many spots in real life. And then looking back at like some of the original art of her, I'm like, there's no way. One, it would be up a $1,000,000 anyways. Two, I don't think anybody would be able to do it.
No.
It would be impossible because the structure of the fursuit would probably fall apart.
And it'd also stretch and
Yeah,
you're looking
it would
at
just
a
be
mess.
like
You're looking at a
bad juju.
giant mess. Yeah, so whenever you're coming up with your colors and your markings, just be careful you don't do too much.
And if you do too much, like me, you will 100% A++ to have to simplify it.
Yep.
I've had to simplify Adeline down because she's just like, spots. She has
It's a giraffe.
12.
It's a freaking giraffe.
Yeah, she has 12 spots now, and that's it.
You went from like 100 to like 12.
Yeah, pretty freaking much.
And the thing is like you're gonna have to simplify for a fursuit.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah.
Unless
you plan on paying out the ass for them to hand detail each single one with airbrushing.
And people are obviously going to tell you, like, some colors, like, especially the pastel purple, there's not a lot of pastel purples. So
It'll
they're like,
fade.
yeah.
Goodbye.
And they're like, we will try and match it as close as possible, but your suit might not be 100% to your art because some colors just don't exist.
Or they fade very fast.
Yeah.
Another thing about making your fursona stereotypes. Oh, hold on before I continue. This is cute. It's a little cat.
Ta-da! I made a furry.
Oh my god, that's a new character. What's her name?
Starla.
What's her background? All right, let's come up with a background.
She is a barista, but doesn't want to be. She wants to work.
Has aspirations.
She has aspirations of working as an engineer, but people don't like it because she's a girl.
So she's dealing constantly with the fact that it's a male-dominated system, and she's gonna stick it to the man, and she's gonna become that engineer one day. She is working as a barista to get through college, and her college degree is gonna help her in life become that engineer that she's always wanted to be. Again, in a male-dominated sort of sense, it all comes together.
It all comes together.
And then that goes into your passions and your backgrounds.
Yep.
She wants to be an engineer. But making your fursona, yeah. Inspiration, species, colors, markings, stereotypes, passions, and background. If you came to this podcast on this episode expecting us to tell you exactly how to make your character, you are sadly mistaken.
You are wrong.
Incorrect. But we did give you some topics on how to make your fursona.
Yeah. And also, like, something that I'll add, like, really quick.
Oh my god, you're taking so long.
Sorry. Draw it yourself. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter if you can't. People want the stick figures.
Yeah.
If you can't draw it, like I said, pick crew. You could freaking use basic shapes.
Go on to Google right now, okay? Go on to Google. Type in the search bar in Google. Type in free, okay? Free space fursuit Fursuit pattern or design or something. And it'll pull up a sheet of paper that is just a blank base.
Yes.
And then you can just put the colors there.
Put the colors there. Print it out and color it.
Put free fursuit base or free furry base or something like
Yeah,
that.
free
and put the
Anthro
animal.
dog base.
Yeah.
There's so many online.
Put the animal too, like free cat furry base. Mm-hmm. And it'll come up a blank page of a cat that you can just put the colors in. And the minute that you do that, you can then commission another artist to draw that character.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier to come up with your design, how you want the character to look, instead of typing, oh, I want this right here and this right here to an artist, and then them have to figure it out.
Yeah. Unless you want artistic liberty, then that's you.
That is something you can do as well. But yeah. I guess that's it.
That's all I got, I think.
Yeah, there's not really anything else.
Go forth
Go forth and make your characters.
and make furries.
Make your beautiful designs, and we will 100% love to see them.
Especially if you're an artist like me and people are like assholes on TikTok, and I tell them, I'm like, "Aw," and then I draw them a fursona, and they're like, I don't want a Fursona. And I'm like, too bad. Here it is.
I didn't know you did that. That's so funny.
A lot of people do that. Like, who was it? I think it was Melody. It might not have been Melody, but Melody's in my head right now. Somebody's name was Leon. And she's like, Leon, that sounds like lion. I'm going to make you a lion Fursona.
That's great.
It's great. Woo. Fall asleep on the mic.
Good night. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Go forth and make your Fursonas and show us.
Yes.
I'd love to see them.
Please.
And if you need help, make let's see, what's an animal? Make a skunk, and then show us. I want to see a skunk.
Badger.
A badger.
Show me badgers.
Badgers and skunks. If you can't come up with the design, make a badger or a skunk and then show us. I'd love to see them.
It's always fun when people make Fursonas of animals that aren't your typical canine, your
Anteater.
typical feline. Yeah.
Armadillos keep digging little holes in my backyard. Some people use Pokemon,
Yeah, a lot of people do Pokemon.
and they make their own version of that Pokemon, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I have a
I have a Lucario named Luca.
I have a Vaporeon named something. I can't remember.
Well, are you ready to
Finally be done.
finally be done with podcast for the day?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm tired. But again, my name is Luca the Otter, otherwise known as King of Yellow on TikTok.
I'm an apple or an apple fusa.
And Dylan is locked away in the bedroom. He's not allowed to come out. He's locked in there. But the podcast can be heard on Spotify. Also, possibly as of right now, because we're recording in the past, possibly on other platforms. But once I figure out what those platforms are, I will include that in the next episode. Next episode coming at you on February 27th. And if you have any questions that you want us to answer on the podcast, feel free to send us any DMs or anything on any of our posts on Twitter. And our Twitter is @NapplesBananas.
Apples and bananas.
Well, it's Napples Bananas.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
know.
and symbol or anything. But yeah, we love answering fan questions, so feel free to send us any questions that you might have, as well as any topics that you might want us to talk about on the podcast. But is there anything else that you would like to say before we peace out for the night?
Nope.
Okay.
Go make furries.
Yeah. Bring more into the world.
Bring more. Bring forth
Bring forth the children.
the furries.
Not actual children, you know. Bring forth your creation children's. Okay, bye.
Cool, bye.
See you later, guys. Thanks for listening.